Hello Frugal Force, once again this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I'm going to be showing you a new series I'm going to start. I'm going to call it Comic Pron. Where's this? I show off some comic books, some cool comic book art. Once again, it's not sexist. It's gonna be guys and girls oriented. So I'm not trying to point, oh, this is a hot female or anything silly like that. It's just cool covers, cool art, things like that. So we're gonna call it Comic Pron. Also, just as I mentioned right off the bat, if you enjoy these videos, please be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit that notifications bell. A lot of my subscribers are not getting notified about videos. If that is you and you find that to be the case, or you're afraid that it's the case, go down to the link below. You'll see there is a Patreon that I have, and you can join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. That $1 a month should keep you notified about any future videos, because as you know, YouTube is not very good about that, let alone I think they hate me. YouTube just does not like my channel. So with that said too, you'll also be entered in for other cool stuff. Once in a while I do giveaways and things like that. For example, we're doing a giveaway very soon when Little Frugal and I get Action Comics #1 at the comic shop. We are going to be picking out an item for the giveaway. So let's start. We're going to start today with a couple issues of Miss Marvel, the original series, The Female Fights Back. You've probably seen I've done some topics with Miss Marvel, as well as I've actually reviewed this issue. Look at that cover. She's busting right through the center. You get to know the cover. She's right at the focal point in the center right there. Awesome. You see the supporting cast. It's really, really cool. Really well done. Nice cover. Now let's look at #2 here, Miss Marvel here. We get a nice action scene seeing how powerful she is. It says, "This is it, Miss Marvel, the untold secret origin of Marvel's great new superhero sensation." Look at that. "Face it, Scorpion, you're just not man enough to beat Miss Marvel. Not now, not ever." And look in the background. "He isn't, but I am." So she's alone against the Scorpion and the Destructor. That's really cool. Look at that. Look at that. She's beating the crap out of him. Look at the power of that punch. I miss Marvel art like that, when you could see that hit and you've seen that there was power in that. They just don't do that as much in Marvel anymore. Next, we're going to go to issue #3 here with Miss Marvel. Death is the Doomsday Man. And there we have the Doomsday Man. Okay. And you can see she's definitely concerned. Remember, if you haven't noticed before, I've mentioned that you can see a lot of her new costume based off of this, going back to the old style, but she's covered more. That reminds me of War Machine. So that's #3. All right, here we're looking at #4, the Destructor. If you've unleashed the power within that box, the world dies screaming. Look at that. The final hour. This issue just screams power. America's new superhero and sensation. The female fights back. Look at that. Look at that artwork. Isn't that cool? Look, you can tell he's deranged, and man, look at that. She's ready to strike. Very cool. Awesome. Next one we're going to look at is #5, Day of the Doom Wagon. Look at that. Miss Marvel, it's on fire there. Miss Marvel has to stop it. Look at that, there's Vision shooting. But the Vision is sworn to defend it at any cost. So here you have that superhero on superhero battle that usually ends up a few pages before a team up. That's really cool. If you're a Vision fan, there he is in his classic green and yellow before they turned him to milky white. And then, of course, he turned back to these colors again. Very, very cool. Okay. Here we are on the next one. This is #6. Miss Marvel and Grotesque shall slay thee. And look at this guy, Grotesque. When's the last time we've seen this guy? Does anybody know? Have we seen Grotesque since since Miss Marvel in this issue? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that. Look at that. She's in definitely trouble. Now you can't do this today, can you? Think about this. If you had the villain there holding the female helpless, oh, this is an SJW offense right there. Huge nightmare. This could never happen, which makes the comics not as interesting, because the women have to be super powerful Mary Sues, and there is no challenge, there's nothing to overcome. And there was stuff to overcome in these books. That's what made them so great. And yet she still was a powerful, wonderful character. Look at this one. #7. I can't resist his will. MODOK's forcing me to kill her. So here we have MODOK. Nightmare. There's some fates worse than death. Look at that. How cool is that? She's fighting MODOK. Very, very cool. Now this next cover, I really like this cover. This one's one of my favorites of this volume 1 of Miss Marvel. In Death's dark waters. Look at that. She's being held down underwater. And I don't like it because it's a woman in peril. It's just a really effective cover. If this was a guy in reverse, it'd still be really cool. The female Fury makes her last stand against the man-monster grotesque. I mean, just look at that. You could see she's in massive trouble. I mean, this would make you want to read the book. It's like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? Is this the end? This is cool cover here. I mean, look, you got the ripple, the water, the bubbles of the air coming out. It's just really, really cool cover. All right, here comes another one that we have here. This one is sort of a letdown of a cover after seeing the last one, in my opinion, but still it's not terrible. Introducing the newest, deadliest foe the female Fury has ever faced. This one has it all. This is issue 9, Deathbird. There's no escape, Miss Marvel, not from the razor-sharp talons of Deathbird. So look at that. You can see she's definitely, you know, going to look like it's going to be posing a challenge for her. Not a bad cover, but just after looking at that last one, just not quite as cool. All right, next one we're going to look at is the last one I'm going to view today in this Comic Pron segment. Miss Marvel number 10. Look at this one. The female Fury fights all of AIM and Deathbird 2. Murder, Menace, and MODOK. So she's punching MODOK right in the freaking head, which is cool. I mean, he's all head anyway, right? Look at that. So pow. He's going to have a black eye after that one. And Deathbird's back there. So, you know, it's got all this. It's going to have AIM, all those, you know, Deathbird. It's going to be a cool issue, right? Because you have all those fighting at once. This, by the way, was 1977 at this time. Okay, pretty cool cover. She doesn't have as powerful of a looking punch there. It could have been a little better. But still, attractive enough cover to make me want to pick it up and read it. Alright, there you go. That's 10 covers for today's Comic Pron. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, once again, hit that like and subscribe. If there's certain comic books that you might ask if I have in my stash, if I want to talk about the cover and show it, I will do. I have lots of them planned. I'll probably finish this whole series. Maybe go through the second series of it. I really want to do like Wonder Man and Thunderstrike as well. Some comics that maybe didn't get as much attention from people right now that maybe should. There might be a better read than you think. And maybe this will entice you to check it out. Alright, well, thank you for joining me. Until next time, keep it frugal.